good morning. It is Monday, June 16th, 2025. As I stated yesterday, I'm going to be doing a weekly weigh-in on Mondays. Today is Monday, so I'll be doing my first weigh-in. So I'm not currently at my heaviest weight that I've ever been. I did get up to 389 pounds in the winter of 2023 going into 2024. And currently, I weighed in yesterday at 363.5 pounds. I'm going to weigh in right now, kind of see where we're at, and that's going to be my official starting weight. Okay, so as you can see, I don't know how that happened, but somehow I lost 2 pounds and 3 ounces since yesterday. Probably just because I haven't eaten anything yet today. I do have to warn you, I am about to do a current physique, so I will just be in my underwear. Just going to do like a quick 360, show you guys my starting point. If big bodies offend you, just skip the next part. Alright, so here is my current physique. You can't really see my legs. I couldn't get a better camera angle, so this is as good as it's going to get. As you can see, it's not a very desirable physique. I don't think anybody wakes up in the morning wanting to look like this. That's why I'm starting this channel, to change it. Alright, one more thing on the to-do list before my wife and I go on a walk. I got my Super Manly tape measure right here. Gonna measure myself off camera because if I film it, it's just gonna look super awkward. I'm just going for a chest and a waist measurement. Okay, starting chest measurement is approximately 57 inches. That is just approximate. Again, I was self-measuring, so it might be a little off. So around 57, 58 inches is going to be the starting point for the chest. I just got a measurement around my waist, so it was approximately 54.5 inches in circumference. I did decide that I would like to measure my stomach as well, so I'm going to be going around the biggest part of my stomach and getting a measurement for that. And hopefully soon we see all these numbers drop. Alright, so my stomach came out to just under 60 inches, which is insane because that means I'm about 5 feet in circumference, which is just a terrible thing to say, and that's why I'm making a change. The wife and I are about to leave for a walk with our dog. It is currently 7:39. Don't know how I've gone 0.17 miles already. Literally just walked downstairs. I'll give you an update when we get back. Alright, epic fail. I forgot to hit record on my workout app. Did just under 2 miles and just under an hour. Nothing fancy, just a nice leisurely walk with the wife. Alright guys, as I've already stated, I'm not trying to reinvent the wheel with any of my meals or anything. Everything's going to be quick and easy. Today we got 2 slices of center cut bacon. I know turkey bacon exists. I'm not a fan of it. If you can't eat pork for whatever reason, opt for the turkey bacon. I personally prefer pork bacon. If you're like that too, center cut bacon is much leaner, has way less fat, and it's still delicious. And then we have 4 large eggs. Each egg contains about 50 calories, 6 grams of protein, and both slices of the bacon come out to 130 calories in total and about 16 grams of protein. So all in all, this meal right here, as simple as it is, comes out to about 330 calories and 40 grams of protein. All right, I forgot to put my microphone on for this part, so I'm sorry if the audio sucks. About to head to the gym right now. I know I said yesterday that I would be getting my old gym membership back. I kind of changed my mind last minute to go to another gym. The reason being, I have moved since the last time I used that other gym, and now I live about 15 miles from it. And the more I got to thinking, I realized I don't really want to drive 15 miles one way, 30 miles round trip every single day just to go to the gym. I don't think that's going to be beneficial for me to try to stay consistent, get in there, 5 days a week. I just don't think it's plausible for me right now. I love that other gym. I'm sad that I don't get to go there. I wish I lived closer, But the other one that I'm going to, it's going to be an Anytime Fitness. I think that'll be more beneficial for several reasons. One, it's only 2 miles away, so I'll be able to go more consistently, I think, or be more motivated to go more consistently anyway. And two, my wife and I love to travel. Anytime Fitness is just about everywhere you can find them. Your membership works at any one, doesn't matter which one you go to. That's appealing to me. Like I said, we love to travel. I'll also be in the future doing traveling workout vlogs. It's going to be interesting. But I just think right now, for my current situation, I'm not training strongman. I'm not doing anything like that. I don't need all the big fancy equipment. Really, all I need is just like a rack of dumbbells, pretty much. I mean, if you have a rack of dumbbells, you can do just about anything for weight loss. I'm hoping I can record there. Everything that I read online said that as long as I just record myself, I should be fine, which is all I plan to do anyway. Hopefully, I get to record, and if I do, I will see you then. This is something that honestly is overlooked a lot of times, is just parking further back whenever you go somewhere. So if you go to Walmart or any store or anywhere really, if you just park kind of far away, you get more steps in that way, and it doesn't really feel like you're exercising. You're just walking into the store. All right, so they did allow filming, which is really cool. Helps me out a lot. I'm gonna get started here on the treadmill. I'm gonna do it at a fairly steep incline, really low speed, and then we'll get into some lifting. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I'm just warming up right now. This is seriously kicking my butt. I'm only doing an 8.0 incline and a 2.0 speed. It is proving just how out of shape I am. I've only been doing this for 7.5 minutes. I only plan on warming up for about 10. Man, it's already rough. This is why I'm making the change that I am. All right, like I said, just a quick warm up, quick 10-minute warm up. Nothing fancy. Was way harder than it needed to be though. I am extremely out of shape. Gonna get started with some pec flies. Only doing about 55 pounds. Long controlled reps. Aiming for about, we'll do 10 at first. Already lost count. I think that was 4. 6. Yeah, I'm gonna keep it a 3x10 today. Might go up in reps later on, but I haven't lifted in almost a year, so I don't want to pull anything by doing too much. Right now, just warming up, trying to get the blood flowing. So don't want to do too much too soon. Just keep it nice and light. Take about 30 seconds in between sets. Get back into it. 4, 5. A lot of my stuff, since I am just lifting by myself, it's going to be a lot of machine work. Since I don't have anybody to spot me or anything, so it's going to be a lot of machine, probably a lot of dumbbell stuff, which is totally fine. That's all I need. I don't need to train for a max bench or anything of that nature. That's enough yapping. Get back into this last set, then we'll move on. 7. Oh, I don't know if the camera's picking this up, but oh, I'm starting to shake a little bit. 10. Yeah, this is going to take some getting used to again. And be respectful. Clean up after yourself. Nobody wants to work out in your sweat. It's just disgusting. Probably shouldn't have done the seat first and then the handle. I'm going to have to record this one in 0.5. So it might look a little weird. The person who used this before me was not tall. We'll see. See how 40 feels. Oh, it's a little too much jiggle on the chest area. Don't like that. Trying to get rid of that for sure. You know you haven't worked out in a while when 40 pounds feels heavy. Oh, that's why. It wasn't 40. I didn't see this little knob at the top. I had an extra 10 pounds, it was 50. That makes a difference when you've been inactive for so long. Oh, that feels so much better. 2, 3, 4. Let's move on to the next. I apologize if the 0.5 just isn't working. That's like the only way I can fit my entire self into the frame. Watch out. I'm doing 10 pounds here. Going for a PR. Not really. I need to stop talking because I keep losing count while I'm doing this. I'll call that 3, 4, 5, 7. It is ridiculous how light I'm going and how sore I already am. I ate a banana before I came in here, which I think is helping me not cramp. I'm not excited for when I go to bed tonight. Probably going to catch like a random Charlie horse. I feel like I was back in football. What's funny is typically this is my favorite day, or at least my favorite body part to train. It's just presses. I love presses. I hate pulls. But I'm really not looking forward to leg day. Leg day is going to kick my butt. I might do that on Friday, so I have Saturday and Sunday to recover. Because I think if I do it tomorrow, I'm not going to be able to walk on Wednesday. But Saturday, I'm only planning on coming here on the weekdays. So I think I'm going to look like an old man for this lift. I got my shirt tucked in. My belly doesn't fall out while I'm doing it. That's the problem with being fat. Alright. Well, that's it. Then I'm getting out of here. Yeah. Alright. So for my post workout shake, I got these Premier Protein shakes. It's a root beer float flavored. I haven't tried it yet. I've heard it's good. It's got 160 calories in it and 30 grams of protein. So on the day with breakfast and everything, I have about 490 calories in total and 70 grams of protein. So if you have an In-N-Out near you, you're probably going to recognize this. This is a copycat of In-N-Out's protein style burger. I was going to make just a double, but then I decided to make a triple because I didn't have enough hamburger left over to justify putting back in the freezer. So I just went ahead and made a third patty. It's not going to kill me. Found this recipe online. It is stupid simple. All you do is you season your meat with salt and pepper. I use a burger press to press mine down. It cooks it a little faster and it gets like a crispier texture on the burger itself. And then you just cook it to your desired temperature and then slap it on a piece of lettuce. I put tomatoes and mustard on mine, and then you top it off with another piece of lettuce. I mean, it is super simple. So with the, I could only find double double. Again, I made a triple. I could only find info for the double double because that's mostly what they sell. On their website, it says that they are 520 calories each with about 33 grams of protein. Mine are going to be a little healthier. I use a low-fat cheese. So the cheese that I use, it's about 40 calories per slice. Normal cheese runs about 60 to 70 calories per slice. And then I'm also using a thinner meat according to their website. In-N-Out uses 80-20 beef. I use 90-10. That's what I have right now. So less fat, higher protein. It's kind of hard to gauge where it's at. I'm going to say this is probably going to be about 500 calories and 50 grams of protein. So I was originally going to film what I ate for dinner. But we ended up getting, my wife and I, we ended up getting invited out to dinner with my family. I had some other family in town, so that kind of took priority. We went to a pizza place. I tried to keep it as good as I possibly could. It's kind of funny that I got tempted on the very first day of this, but I kept it pretty moderate. I really only had the equivalent of about one slice of pizza. All the info that I could find online says their slices come out to about 250 calories. So for the entire day, I was hovering right around 1,250 calories to about 1,300 calories. I think I did all the math right, and my protein intake came out to about 150 grams of protein on a day. The protein intake is definitely a number that I would like to boost over time. I want to be in that, 200 to 250 grams per day of protein. But today is day one, so I was expecting, things to not be perfect. That's all part of the journey, is learning these kinds of things as time goes on. Nobody's an expert as soon as they start. I'm the first to tell you I'm not an expert. Obviously, I think you can tell by looking at me. I'm not a health expert. I'm not a personal trainer. I'm just currently on a mission to find what works best for me and what's going to benefit me in my own personal weight loss journey. Again, like I've said, everybody's journey is different. Everybody's bodies react differently to certain things. What works for me may not work for you, and vice versa. So I'm just in that stage right now where I'm trying to find what works for me. I'm going to end the video here. Day one is officially complete, and we will see you guys tomorrow.